So a little bit of upper back, shoulder and neck relief and release for today. You can be seated in a chair, couch. You can do this standing. I have a face towel. You can use a scarf or a belt. Right, so option to come into toe breaker pose as well. One of our favorites. And then we're gonna activate the arms. And we want to stretch the wrist so that the wrist is not sort of creating a C shape or curving in, but rather stretching out. Our arms are active. Our navel is a little bit engaged. We're going to exhale, start to reach the arms up and pull your accessory apart as if you wanted to break it in half. And inhale, reach the arms up and back a bit. And exhale, bring it forward. And again, we'll inhale, reaching up. Arms are strong, throat is soft. And exhale. Feel free to adjust your seat. Breathing in, allowing the pelvis to remain neutral. And breathing out, keeping the arms strong. And two more with your own breath. Really isolating the movement through the upper limbs. And one more, we're going to stay back. Right, notice the tendency for the head to jut forward and draw the skull back. Take a big breath in. Keep the arms strong. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, reach it up. As if you're still pulling your accessory apart. Exhale like a pull-up. Good. Three more. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. Two more. And last one. Hold that for a moment. Move your wrists back. Draw the elbows forward. One more breath. And as you exhale, go ahead and release. Shake out the hands for a moment. Good. And you can pat your kitty or doggy or kid. Shake out the shoulders. Good. And then bring your fingertips to your shoulders. And then reach the elbows back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And forward. Maybe tap the inner shoulder. What are these elbows? And again, inhale. Really working to keep the torso neutral. Exhale. And breathe in. Test your wings. And breathe out. And I used to watch cat videos and I'd be like, how do the cats stay on? Like my cats never bother me when I'm doing yoga, but when I'm teaching, they see some of them like the attention. Elbows in and up, breathe in, sweep the elbows back and down, right? Really work to keep the torso steady, which is a little more challenging if you're doing this from standing. Inhale, elbows sweep up and back. Big circle with the elbows. And one more. Beautiful. And then coming onto all fours, let's go ahead and take a shoulder blade push up. So we're going to take the wrists slightly forward of the shoulders, coming onto all fours. I'm going to keep my elbows steady and drop my chest between the shoulders. So again, it's the same action. Shoulder blades drop in. And then I'm going to push the floor away with the hands and the shoulder blades draw apart. So we're going to do this a few times. And think of it as a pump to get the blood flowing and also the synovial fluid, αρθρικό υγρό. Right, through the shoulder blades, the bursa, sus beleaguered. So we're basically shrugging and spreading. And I like to go, as I said, a little faster than my breath here. And these are also known as scapular pushups, or pushups, yet some mobilise. And because this is an area that's full of what's called trigger points, so these are points that collect a whole bunch of tension, maybe even scar tissue from being overused but weak. We're likely to fatigue pretty quickly. We're going to keep going a little longer, maybe about 10 more seconds. And so these are our good posture muscles. Breathing in and out freely. Good. And then add the head. So inhale, look forward, and add the tailbone. Tailbone moves back. And then exhale, round the spine, pull the belly in, and drop the head. Take a moment, pause here. Draw the chin side to side, let it go. And then here we go, cat and cow. Inhale, sits bones move back, collarbones forward. Exhale, pull the belly in, round the upper back especially. Again, breathing in and breathing out. Good. Keep going. Let's go ahead and do 3 more. And move at your own pace. And as with every practice, this is your practice. It's your time, your body. So, I have suggestions and inspiration, but then you are free to embrace any and all variations you like. Slowly coming through center, sit back for a moment and squeeze out your wrists. Just a little squeeze up and down the forearm to the palm. Smooth out the breath. And switch sides. And then let's go ahead and do like a strobe light with our hands, especially if you've been on the computer quite a bit. So making fists and spreading the fingers wide. Good. Or saying hello, hello, hello. Or muza, muza. Yeah, Effie's really good at that. Good. Shake it out. Coming back onto all fours. And bring your index fingers, just like this, parallel to one another. And then you're going to inhale, reach the left arm out to the side and follow it with both eyes. Look to your thumb, inhale. Draw the shoulder blade in towards the spine here and push the floor away with your right hand. One more breath in. And then exhale, sweep the arm underneath, behind the right wrist. Keep it off the floor, send your sitting bones back and your head towards the ground. Again, inhale, plant the right hand, reach up, draw left shoulder blade in, look to the hand. Exhale, reach the arm away and spread your left shoulder blade. So again, we're working with the same theme of what's called protraction and retraction of the shoulder blade, right? So we're drawing it in towards the midline or the spine and taking it out away from our midline. Go ahead and do a couple more. Maybe a little more range of movement. One last time. Open the chest as you breathe in. Breathing out, weave the arm, bend the opposite elbow, and gently rest your left temple or crota down. I'm coming onto the fingertips of the right hand to rest the wrist and lifting the right elbow up. And then finding the breath. Relax the eyes and the mouth. A couple of breaths here. Maybe even rolling towards the back of the skull. Maybe an exhale through the mouth. And then plant your right hand, press it down, coming back to all fours. Establish yourself on the left hand, and then as you breathe in, reach the right arm out to the side, look at it with both hands. Big breath in, squeeze the shoulder blade in, and then as you're ready, go ahead and exhale. Bend left elbow and come down slowly. So for now, we're just hovering. We're just flirting with the idea that at some point, the arm and the head will land, but we are controlling the movement and following our breath. So let your breath inspire the movement. So I start to breathe, and then the movement flows out of the breath. It's a natural evolution of your breath. Start to exhale, reach the arm away, spread the shoulder blade up. And then start to inhale, press through the hand and reach up. Beautiful. And one more. Maybe just a little extra centimeter or inch of space, expansion. And then as you're ready, carefully reach and rest right arm, right temple, coming onto the fingertips of the left hand, lifting the elbow up. So once again, feel like your left shoulder blade is moving in towards the spine, and the right shoulder blade is moving out away from it. Couple of breaths in the pose. Relax the mouth, soften the eyes. Maybe an exhale through the mouth, whisper ha. And then plant the left hand, slowly come onto all fours. And one more time, sit back, give your wrists a little love. Interlace the fingers and take a few rotations here. Smooth out the breath. A whole lot of sounds emanating from my wrists. Reverse it. And then we're going to pull the hands apart as if we could separate them, but we're not. And pull the fingers apart without pressing them towards your chest. One more breath here. And shake it out. Grab your accessory once again. Okay, so this is also a really nice movement break in the middle of your work day or after work. I'm going to have it as a standalone video on our new YouTube channel. Yeah, I'm still a bit shy about that. So we're going to take our towel and place it right up to your atlas. So it's the base of the skull. And then I'm going to close the elbows, and pull forward with the elbows, pull forward with the arms, even while I'm pressing back with the head. And here, drop your chin a little bit, like you do want to create a sort of a double chin, right? So think of pressing the soft palate, back, even as you drop the chin forward. Couple of breaths, activating these beleaguered but weak muscles. Relax the mouth. And then take your left hand down, almost as if you were going to put a tie on. Take the left hand down, keep the right arm up. And using the arm strength, we're going to pull with the right arm and allow the head to relax and go wherever it goes. Just by pulling the right arm. Left arm is relaxed. And then I'm going to pull with the left arm, pulling down, and the head's going to come back on its own. So we're alternating. The movement is like a prioni, like a saw, right? Not the movie. Right. So just take it side to side, left and center rather, not side to side. It's left and center. Yeah, so for now we're working on a sideways rotation, not a side bend. We'll do that too. But really any of this, if it feels good, if it feels productive, that's fine. So now keeping the left arm where it is, we're going to press and pull up on the diagonal. So the movement is left and up on the diagonal with the top arm. So the accessory is right above the ear here. And then we can hold for a couple of breaths, soften the mouth, and then pull the left arm to return. And do that a couple of times, just easing into the stretch and using the other arm to return. Just a couple like that. And you can play with it. Sometimes I like a little micro movement left to right. And then last couple of repetitions, maybe I have a little more range of movement, sort of crossing the arms a bit. And slowly release. Relax your hands. It's very chic bath towel. Relax your hands down, drop your chin, and lift your gaze. And so I've placed my towel behind my skull, right? But I'm not smushing the towel, I'm leaving space for it. Exhale, drop the chin. Inhale, lift the face. So we don't want to be causing unsightly creases as we move the neck into flexion and extension here. Good. And then let's change. So the right hand takes the cravat or the tie. The left hand is going to be sort of the dominant one now. I'm just moving a little bit, pulling with the left arm, directing the gaze over the right shoulder. And pull down a bit with your right hand. And then right hand redirects the head to center. And so starting small movement, left to left, sorry, my left, your right. Right and center, right and center. Just a little bit coaxing, maybe even a little more range of movement here. But the key is to relax the head and let it be guided by the arms. And yes, if your left bicep is getting tired, that's fine. It's working hard. Maybe you'll hear a few like sandy or grainy sounds. That's fine as well. And then taking it into the side bend here. So pulling in or to the right and up with the left arm. And then center, and do that a couple of times. Relax both shoulders down. And exhale. Good. Couple more. And then maybe hold for a couple of breaths, wherever feels most productive for you. Maybe exhale through the mouth. Beautiful. And then coming back up to center, reach the arms up with your accessory. And one more time, send the towel or scarf way back. And then typically one shoulder will be more sort of flexible than the other. And I have a wall behind me, so I know when they're in line. But see if you can picture or feel like there's a wall behind you. Notice if one hand is forward, and see if you can align both hands. Straighten the elbows, strong arms. One more breath. And then slowly release. Beautiful. And that's it for a little accessorized moment. So take a moment, you can have a sip of water, and we'll resume in a moment. So Chappie says, thanks for doing something nice for your neck and your upper back.